Hey, everyone. It is J and A from the Let's Get Loud podcast and your host, J and A. Hello, A.
Hello, Jay.
Oh, I love it. Hey, we're still selling tickets for our October show here and there. Like I get the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I love like there's a few days where it stays the same number and then all of a sudden like a sale of 5 tickets. I'm like, "Ooh, who decided to come?" Like I wonder how that happens.
I know because we're not really talking about it right now. We need to
I
remind
know.
them that this is happening.
Yeah, I know. So I'm like, oh, who like was in that moment? I'm gonna go on the Capitals website. I don't know. You know who's at the Capitol the day before us?
Ooh,
Whitney Cummings. Do you know who that is? A comedian. She had a show called Whitney.
gonna look her up.
Okay. So I was looking at obviously just the Capitol website and I'm like, Whitney Cummings is in Moncton. And then I looked and she's almost sold out. And I was like, oh, I would have gone.
Not too late because
Yeah.
it only almost sold out. No,
Almost. Yeah. You don't know who that is?
no.
It's just because we were like real fans of her show. We would watch her show often. It was like a
Okay.
comedy show.
Okay.
Uh, not a comedy show like she wasn't doing stand-up. It was a show about her and her husband, but she's funny. So it was like a funny,
Was
like
it
a
like
funny
a
friend.
it was a sitcom?
Sitcom, c'est ça que je voulais dire. T'as raison. Okay, next thing. So today at 10 a.m., Nelly tickets are coming out for St. John.
Nelly is coming to St. John.
Yes, not even on Ticketmaster, just on the St. John website. The TD Center or whatever. I was like looking at because Janiel is like, are we going to Nelly? I'm like, 1,000,000%. We went when he came to Moncton and I was like, it was amazing. She's like, do you want to do VIP? I'm like, absolutely. So
You are just, where can I go? Who can I go with? Who can
yeah.
I see?
Oh my God. And then she was like, okay, do you want me to book a hotel? I'm like, absolutely not. We're going to drive back. Like, we're going to sleep in our beds. We're just going to go to St. John and come back. Like, it's like, what, an hour and a half? And I'm like,
Okay.
she's like, oh, I support that. My son's birthday is the next day. I'm like, perfect. So the tickets are coming out at 10 a.m. and we want on the floor, first row, dancing all night with T.I. Nelly and T.I.
How much are VIP Nelly tickets?
$300.
Okay.
And the cheapest ticket is 152
And but you could go see Ed Sheeran
for
for.
$100. I don't understand.
Did you see that he was in Detroit playing and he started playing in did I would have died.
Died. Everyone's like John Mayer. I'm like Eminem. I think I would have cried. I think I would have been like, this is friggin' insane. Eminem is a big deal to me. Like I was a big Eminem fan. John Mayer, I'm not that I'm not a fan, but I'm not a fan. You know what I mean?
I'm a fan of both actually. Both
Yes.
two different stages in my life.
Okay. So Eminem, you know me. The
Yes.
rapping, you know that I got this.
Yes.
I would have died.
It's so
Like
cool for him.
it's so cool. Like he like is so cool. Like he like
Oh,
really connects. I feel like he like values like community in like people like as in like I don't care that we both do the same, like we can coexist, we can like crush it together. I love that about him.
there's no ego, I don't think.
I agree. I think he's just like taking it all in.
Yep.
Really.
Okay, so you're gonna go see Nelly.
Yeah. It's
Perfect.
like 3 days before our show, like it's a Wednesday, October 3rd or something. I'm like, I didn't even ask Jeff. And then of course Jeff was gonna say something. And I like don't want to care. Why do I care? But he obviously is like, you need to slow down. And I'm like, so I was supposed to go see Beyonce, right? Alone, August 1st. And I'm like, please, like you said, he said I needed to calm the fuck down. That's what he says. Like, you need to stop it. And I was like, I don't care. So if I'm not going to Beyonce, I think I can allow myself to go see Nelly for $300. You need to stop.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Okay.
so really pumped about Nelly because I am a big Nelly fan here.
And this would be a good time for you to tell us about the Spice Girls tribute. How was that?
It was so good. For $21, I think that like I'm like, they need to at least charge $40. I would like to do their marketing and I would like to, because they only have 5,000 followers on Instagram. I'm like, and I'm looking, there's no reels. The posting is just so there should be every show, there should be a post about the show,
Absolutely.
some footage of the show. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Yeah. Yeah.
So this is like mean that I'm gonna say it
Okay.
is I said to Chelsea that it looked like they went to Frenchie's an hour before the show and they were like, shit, we need to dress up like the Spice Girls, like I felt like your outfit was better than the people on stage's outfit.
I see, but wait, they needed to go back in time. They needed to be like they're in the 90s. I felt like they didn't go to Frenchie's, they went to Shein because
Okay.
you know what I mean? Because the quality of the material was not good. You know what I mean? But in regards to how they did, like they performed and like what they looked like and what they chose as an outfit, very much what the Spice Girls would have worn, but in better quality, you know, in the 90s. But it's hard to find that type of clothes because that's not for sale right now. Like that's not what people are wearing. Like what Ginger is wearing, that dress, like that's only Shein does that. Shein, you can have whatever you want.
That is, I feel like that's a mindset blocker for you.
Mindset blocker for me.
That's a limiting belief.
Now the best part, I didn't ask any other girls if they noticed, but Posh had a blazer and puis c'était tout taché. Like the back had, like, she definitely dropped some sort of oil on it. And I wanted to be like, are we not talking about the fact that her blazer right now is full of shit on it? And she was like, fuck. I feel like she like dropped oil on it right before going on. She was like, this is it. Like I have this.
Wear this.
Like I nothing else I can wear right now.
That venue is interesting, eh?
That venue is so interesting. There must have been like 300 people. That was my estimation.
Okay.
Yeah. Tons of people. Good time, tons of space to dance. Okay. Their singing was really good. Good singing.
I just want to show you this.
Okay, show me.
Shannon Ford has found an outfit that doesn't look like it was on, like, look.
And look at her hair. She even like got the thing, like the wig.
No, that's her hair.
That's her hair with the blonde on the end.
Oh, I see. Maybe she just like put a extension.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So, okay, they could really sing. I think that's
okay.
They could really sing. So like good singing, good singers. Also felt like they were our age. Like they were like pushing 35, 40. Everything's jiggling.
Okay.
Nothing's tight. Their boobs have been sucked on. You know what I mean? Like nothing is like, you know what I mean? Nothing's like
perfect. By
children. Yes. Like you could tell that they were our age. Like I was like, no, they're like just looking at them. Like, I'm like, there's like the mom pooch and there's, you know what I mean? I'm like, yes, everyone's just normal looking and not like, cause the Spice Girls were like perfection.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I wonder if that was important while they were trying to like create their band. I felt like they just like looked very like the common body dressed as Spice Girls with good voices.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you had a good night.
Movement. They like had good choreography.
Okay.
Stop staring at them.
Did you sing your little heart out all night long? Like they
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. And then I was just like, at one point, the songs that I didn't know, because there's like 2 songs I didn't know. And I just like would stand there, not even dancing, just like staring.
I do that.
You do that? Like just staring at them, singing. Baby Spice, very interesting set of lips and nose and eyes. It was just like, I just like couldn't stop staring.
Okay.
She was so cute and like her eyes were so small when she smiled. It was like I just like couldn't stop staring at them. I'm like, this is what they do. I love this for them.
Okay.
Ginger was on fire. Like she was my favorite. Mel C, the sporty one, she had really like taken the role of Mel C to the next level.
Okay.
The way her body moved, she like had studied Mel C.
Okay.
It was actually creepy. Like Crystal's like, oh my God, I can't stop staring at Mel C. I was like, I know I can't stop staring at her facial expressions. She was literally Mel C. Mel B. No, Mel B is the scary Spice. Yeah, Mel C is the sporty Spice. Okay, but great voice. Probably better than Victoria Beckham.
Wow.
I feel like Victoria Beckham never really sings.
Oh.
Okay, I'm getting a phone call from Marco Polo right now. You're going to start the drama. This is really important. I'll come back and explain everything that happened. Okay. So the obstacle is drama, everyone. I'll be back.
Let's go. Who knows what could be so important from Marco Polo? We don't know, but she's going to let us know when she gets back, I'm sure. Okay, everyone. So let's talk about drama. So we've been talking about obstacles on the podcast, just obstacles to your own weight loss journey. And you know, we're having conversations in our DMs about what you think is your biggest obstacle to weight loss. And I don't actually, sorry, excuse my voice, I'm sick. I don't actually know if anyone has actually come out and outright said my obstacle is drama, but we are seeing the drama and we want to talk about it. And so often when there's a behavior that traditionally does not align with weight loss, and we're on a weight loss journey, there is drama. So, for example, you go out to eat, you eat way past hunger. You go to a party, you eat way past hunger. You don't go to your workout. All of those things are really no big deal. All of those things are a part of life. But the most damaging thing that can happen with those is the drama that happens after. So we call this, like, there's often like a shame spiral. So let's say you go out to eat and you had told yourself that you were going to get a salad and a water, and you go and you do not make that choice. What happens next, and the way that you speak to yourself, is more important than what just happened. So there's two situations. You can tell yourself that you suck, you're never going to be successful, you're going to be overweight forever. And that often tends to lead to the mine as well mentality. So let's say you went out to eat, you ate past hunger, and now you feel like you failed. How often have you then, well, might as well eat a cookie because I already failed, going to start again Monday. All of that stemmed from the drama. The EU eating the cookie, which can then eat all the cookies. And then let's say it's Thursday, and then you're going to eat like an asshole all weekend because of it. And you come back Monday. All of those behaviors stemmed from the thoughts after the behavior that actually wasn't a big deal, and the drama that you put in your brain. I'm sure as you guys are listening to this, you can so connect to many of us. People that would struggle with this would be people that struggle with their relationship with food. We all have a relationship with food. And for some of us, it's more strained than others. We're just talking about the drama spiral.
Okay, yes.
So let's say you went out to eat and you said you were going to have a salad and a water. And then you got there and you had a quadruple poutine with ground beef from what's it called? From the Salisbury Big Stop.
Okay, yes.
Cheeseburger poutine.
Yes.
And then you feel like you failed and you tell yourself you're suck and you're never going to be successful. And then you go home and you eat a cookie and then you finish the box of cookies and then it's Thursday and then you say you're going to start again on Monday. And the poutine wasn't a big deal, but the drama that stemmed from it turns into this big dramatic thing. And just the language that you're using in that moment after is what's so important.
1,000,000%. And I think it's the belief system around food and weight gain as well. So like, I don't believe that the poutine is a problem in my journey, but if you believe it is, it fucks up everything around it.
You're so right. You have to have that. Like, before you are able to consume that without drama, you have to have that piece.
Knowledge.
That knowledge.
Yeah.
And then, and even with that knowledge, there still will be drama in your brain, but then you need to practice or thinking differently.
Yeah.
Replacing those thoughts.
1,000,000%.
And just not letting it get into you suck. No, you didn't. All you did was consume more energy than your body needs. No big deal. Tomorrow's a new opportunity, and even saying to yourself, what do you think your triggers were to making that choice? Or even like, was that choice, in looking back, do you regret that? Or is that what you wanted to be? It's okay if you say, actually, team no regrets. That's what I wanted in the moment. That's amazing. Right. But maybe you do want to replace and change that behavior. So what were your triggers? Yeah. What could you have done different next time? Like, these are productive thoughts.
Yeah.
You suck and you're never going to lose weight. Not productive.
I said this in a live and people enjoyed it. I said, drama will always equal surplus.
I love that.
Like creating drama around anything will always result in a surplus. So if you want to, and the more drama, the more surplus. Vremalio, it's like almost like like the more, you get what I mean? Like, what's the, there's a word. But I think that it's actually very complex, this whole drama thing, like where it comes from. There's the diet culture, like what you think you need to do to lose weight, what you think you need to eat to lose weight, that plays a massive role right now in this drama conversation. Because if you think you have to have water and salad to lose weight, and then you end up eating the quadruple hamburger or poutine, hamburger poutine is definitely not a part of weight loss in your brain. You think it can't coexist. You think you fucked it up. And then so mix that with the starting Monday conversation, and that weight loss can occur on the weekend. Like, holy man, like the diet industry and what they've taught us that weight loss needs to look like, there's you almost have no chance for success. Like, vraiment, when you think about it, there's no fucking up. There's no, and then there's only weekends, and then there's only Monday, but there's no opportunity that you actually you have no access to what you want if you keep believing the shit that they told you. And that's why you've been successful.
And so we can teach you both. We can teach you how to not have, I mean, it's a learning process, how to not have drama around specific foods, how to not think that it's unpacking your baggage.
Yeah.
Because some of you might not have baggage around a bagel, but other people that might trigger drama, right? So it's unpacking your baggage. That's something that we need to do right away. But then more, I think something more that we teach is you're controlling your thoughts, changing your language, reflecting. That is deep.
That is very deep. And
that takes time.
Oh my gosh. Like yesterday, someone joined your weight loss and was like, this, you know what? I'm like, what's your obstacle? She said, myself. She said, and the things I say to myself, like, you've already fucked up, might as well keep going, or you're never going to get what you want. And I was like, that is very, like, weight loss is being in a calorie deficit. You know it, everyone knows it. But at the end of the day, if you don't believe that knowledge and that concept enough, you'll never stop saying things to yourself that creates drama and creates that surplus. Because surplus is accumulation. It's literally choice after choice after choice makes you in a surplus. One choice is not a surplus. One particular choice. And then what makes us keep the accumulation, keep putting on, is definitely drama. And drama doesn't look like a tantrum. Drama is literally just the beliefs and the language you're using that you're like, that is not productive to like calming down the situation. Okay. And you know what? Team no guilt. I have to say, like, team no guilt, team no drama, or being that way is really one of our superpowers, Leash. I truly believe that is what makes maintenance so easy for us, is that we're really team no drama and no guilt. Like, whatever I chose, like, we really own it. And we own what the skill says, we own what it does, we own, like, because we've like made choices. And I think just the rational response that we have to our choices, to the scale, to whatever our results, is really our key ability, strategy to success.
I mean, you're definitely more advanced in that skill than me. I'm a little bit behind in that, I find, but you're a great.
In what way? What are you, in what, for you?
I just find, like, you were just so, you're just so rational and not emotional about, like, if you gain a couple pounds, if you past hunger. Like, I still struggle with the number on the scale, beating myself up if I overeat, like, not like I still have a lot of noise when it comes to that. I mean, certainly come leaps and bounds. You know what I don't have, though? Tell you, no actions come out of it.
Okay. I mean, that's all that really matters, but you deserve to not talk shit as well, though.
Exactly. Like, I don't eat more because I ate like I used to. So I don't have those negative actions anymore, but there's still some lingering thoughts. That's what time is going to help me get over that. I'm always in awe of your ability to just not be drama.
Yeah.
Pretty
worked hard on that one, because we all know that I'm like someone that has a big, like, as much as I'm such a rational responder of things, I'm also a very emotional responder of things. And sometimes I see my emotional response and I'm like, just step back, don't say anything, because right now c'est juste émotionnel. And I feel like, obviously, being married to Jeff, I realized that every time I had what a great example. Every time I would bring drama to a conversation, whether I cried or there was emotional response to anything in regards to our relationship, it never made things better. Like, the rational response made me feel better. And also our relationship would thrive more if I wasn't as emotional, if I wasn't having an emotional response to a thing, to a word, to a phrase, to a situation. And so when you see the value of it and how it makes you feel less, like, you know what I mean? Like that's like, sometimes I would say like, that's an emotional response right now, even to the point something happened the other day, not with Jeff, something else. And I'm like, I'm having such an emotional response right now. I would cry. I would want to cry. I would want to respond emotionally. And I was like, I needed to step back, not respond until I felt ready for a rational response. Literally did not text back until I could be rational and not emotional. And that's hard because you have to catch yourself in that moment because you're so like, this is how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're like, no, this is not worth it. You know,
Hopefully that wasn't me.
it wasn't you. I would tell you. Okay. So what would be our tip if someone's like, man, I am drama, and drama, you guys, I want you to know, it's like it's a cycle, or it's a downward spiral of like shit you're convincing yourself of, and it's really not bringing you any behavior towards your goals, towards who you want to be. So what would be our tip?
I guess my tip would be to try and identify where you have the most drama. Like where do you find the most drama in your life? Is it over how you eat on the weekend? Is it nighttime eating? Is it your exercise? Like, I don't know, like where. I don't like my tip.
I mean, at the end, you know why? We cannot give a tip right now, because it's such a process and it's so complex. Like the drama, I don't know what kind of, there's like drama about the food, drama about the behavior, drama about weight loss, drama about your choices, drama about the scale, drama. There are so many areas that you could be dramatic about and have a dramatic response and an emotional response. That first step is because there's some people that are like, oh, I don't feel guilt when I eat food, but then they have like massive drama, emotional response when it comes to the scale, let's say.
Yeah.
So maybe it's more, I mean, it's awareness. Oof. Like you have to catch yourself in regards to, this is how I behave. Why am I behaving that way? I think that drama, ultimately noise, ultimately almost like a system of beliefs that you have. It really stems down from your system of beliefs. You know, because someone could have the same, we've always said that, same exact scenario as you, and they would not respond the same way as you to the situation. And that stems from your history, your experience, just the way you emotionally react to things. And when it comes to weight loss, it's such an emotional reaction, even to the point where it's like, if you tell someone that we help people with weight loss, you see the emotional reaction. But they don't have to say words. It's either they're like, oh, cool. Oh, this person doesn't have drama with weight loss. Next person is like, oh, this person has a lot of drama with weight loss. You know, just yesterday I had a conversation with a person I do not know. And she's like, I know you do weight loss. Can we I don't want to chat about your work today, but I'd love to learn more. And I'm like, of course, it's everything I want to talk about. So as she was talking, I in that moment, I can tell that you don't have drama with your body. I could tell she doesn't have drama with food. She didn't say something like, oh, I eat unhealthy food. I really like junk. She didn't say anything like that. She said, this is my story. And the way she chose her words, I really listened to what the words they choose. None of that happened. So her language was already quite advanced, si tu veux. She was like, I just don't I can't seem to figure out how to lose the next 15, you know, and I was like, why do you think you need to lose the next 15? And then she wasn't like, well, because look, you know, when they do that, and I'm like, oh, that's just very physical. Do you even care about so not at all. She was like, you know, I used to be able to run and have that energy. And now it's I see it really taking by kilometer 7, I start struggling. And she's like, I know. I'm like, oh my God, the fact that you even run 7 kilometers. And then I had that conversation with her though. I said, you know, that you're 45 years old or whatever, and you're running 10K, you're still very much ahead of what people are doing right now. So I'm like, give yourself a break. But here's the rational response to what's happening, you know, not being in a calorie deficit. She lost 10 pounds and it kind of stopped. She's like, I don't know why. And I taught her the whole like, well, as you're smaller, you burn less calories just being you, and you're probably moving less because now she's sleeping less because of menopause. And like, I'm like, all of it is having an effect on your calorie deficit. You know what I mean? And she was
Yeah.
like, I never like really saw all of that. She's like, I'm going to join just to like have that like environment of like conversation. I'm like, yes.
Oh, that's good stuff right
Yeah,
there.
that was really good.
Listen, you're gonna have to tell us the Marco Polo story on the next podcast.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to tell you the Marco Polo story on the next podcast, and you are going to tell us a little bit more about New Hampshire. I think that's how we'll start. Okay.
That's fun. Okay,
All right,
thanks for
everyone.
coming, guys.
Please send us a DM if you're like, I'm a drama queen. Please just say that.
Yes.
I think that that'll be fun, and we'll know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.